although maybe it's still possible. But, you know, the Federal Reserve is perfectly capable of putting $5 trillion into the economy between now and the election 2.5 years from now. And that could keep the markets up to an extent, although I do think they're going down. Maybe they wouldn't, during that time period, go as low as they might go. But they have the ability to keep the economy going sideways to slightly higher. I think they could get employment going in the other direction, and they could do that by allowing or forcing banks to lend to small and medium-sized businesses, which they're not doing. And that money is being held in abeyance, so they have lots of it.
Well, Bob, we're only 4 months away from the election. I mean, if they're going to fully implode the economy and start a war, wouldn't they start the war before the election and then implode the economy fully after the election?
Good timing. That's what I expect them to do. And the talk about the devaluation of the dollar is true. Max is right. Max got wonderful stuff he's putting out, and so is Gerald. And you know, and yourself, we just keep on hammering. I just love it because we're going to get them. They're not going to be successful.
Here's just a little
very painful.
Here's just a little side note. 70 million expired flu vaccines admitted to be incinerated as waste. That's being reported by the Associated Press, also Natural News. But now they admit that no one needed to take the H1N1 shot, that it was also dangerous. But separately, they're trying to make people take last year's shot, recommending it. I mean, they are just totally discrediting themselves. Or is the government and these criminal corporations, are they marketing to that 30% that they know is as dumb as a box of rocks?
And they always will. That's why Hollywood points their pitches towards 12 and 13-year-old mentalities. And things haven't changed that much, you know, over the intervening years, we'll say, since the beginning of the 20th century. People are still fundamentally, intellectually the same. And, you know, all of the teaching in the world can't raise an IQ very much. And so, yes, they're appealing to that. They're appealing to anything that they can appeal to. Desperate people do desperate things. And as Brzezinski said, we're in trouble. These people know what we're doing.
You're absolutely right. Bob Chapman, our guest for the rest of the hour. Then we have a filmmaker joining us who's got solutions to this banking crime syndicate. Oh, it's not enough to just get rid of them. We've got to have solutions. That's coming up as well. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633.
The Fall of America and the Western World is an all-new 10-hour documentary and survival guide rolled into one. In this film, you will see the reasons why our government is failing and what you can do to prepare. Featuring Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, Joseph Farah, David Icke, Naomi Wolf, G. Edward Griffin, Doug McIntyre, Mark Crispin Miller, Mickey Z, Doug Casey, David McElvaney, and myself, Alex Jones. Protect yourself and get the tools you need to protect your family from these difficult times. The Fall of America and the Western World at www.thefallofamerica.net or click on the banners at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Again, that website's www.thefallofamerica.net or call 800-655-1577. Prepare yourself and the ones you love today. Fallofamerica.net.
There's a couple of clips I want to play right now and get Bob's take on. The first one is Herman von Rompuy from back in November saying the G20 and the Copenhagen Summit is going to be the birth of global governance. And notice, it's for the carbon tax, it's for the oil spill, it's for the banking collapse. The banks want to directly tax you and not have to deal with governments anymore. They want to be above it and create a new level of Ponzi scheme. Actual world government run by private interest. So let's go ahead and play that clip, and then I want to move on to another traitor, another arrogant sack of horse manure. I'm sorry to use that term. It's the only way to describe him, Congressman Pete Stark. But let's play Herman von Rompuy. Here it is.
These problems can be overcome by a joint effort in and between our countries. 2009 is also the first year of global governance with the establishment of the G20 in the middle of the financial crisis. The climate conference in Copenhagen is another step towards the global management of our planet. Our mission, our presidency, is one of hope.
All right.
Supported by acts.
And then you got not just von Rompuy, but Ban Ki-moon of the UN, and all of them saying the same thing. I just wanted to get that on record now that they've gone from just talking about it in their global conferences to openly telling you the answer to all your financial problems that we caused by design is giving us more power and paying us more money. The answer to that oil spill is paying us more money. And we'll talk to Bob about the oil spill. But first, I want to play this clip because you've seen little clips on the news. This was so arrogant that they happened to have Chris Matthews on for entertainment value in the coffee room Wednesday night. And I walked in there Wednesday afternoon, and he played the Pete Stark clip where Stark was being arrogant, saying, you want to shoot people, don't you? You don't want open borders? You want to kill people, just to a town hall in California. People are like, no, we're not even Minutemen, but they're not killing people. And like, there's no border problem. I mean, even Chris Matthews, a Democrat hack, had to say, my gosh, is that not the face of incumbency? I mean, this arrogant creature. Now, the whole video, it's like 10 minutes long, is up on Infowars and Prison Planet, unedited. But we don't, for time constraints, I'm just going to play the first minute or two and then get Bob Chapman's take on this, because this is arrogance. I mean, Mexico is admittedly collapsed. The State Department, foreign governments say it's a failed state. Now it's 23,000 deaths in the last 2 years. 80-plus miles of Arizona is off limits to citizens. I mean, it is just total bedlam. Total bedlam. I mean, South Texas is just shutting down in the border areas. It is. I saw a news clip, in fact, I ought to pull that up, of Detroit where they deliver food to the food lions and stuff, and they have guys with machine guns guarding the food now going into grocery stores. I mean, Mad Max stuff and tent cities are creeping in everywhere. And it's only going to get worse. This is what NAFTA and GATT did. And this guy thinks it's all funny. I mean, whether you're for open borders or not, don't say the border isn't open. Don't say there isn't a problem. Don't say it isn't horrible. Don't say there aren't these poor Mexicans sneaking across, getting killed by the hundreds every month and robbed by coyotes on the Mexican and U.S. side. I mean, this is dangerous, folks. This is lawlessness. This is like Afghanistan or something.